Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again in the 5.6 beta, and this time we're going to be taking our very first look at Negasonic Teenage Warhead. You dig? And boys and girls, in case you can't tell, this one has me fired up to the max. And that says a whole lot, because if you've seen my previous videos on the sneak peeks for this update, you'll know that when we seen the first one that told us that we were getting Negasonic Teenage Warhead in update 5.6, I was one of the people saying, yeah, so what? I don't really care about her too much. She's dope, all right, but not really for me. Boys, I'm on that Negasonic express train to Hype City right now, just because the Marvel Future Fight team put together such an amazing package for this character. So if you're a fan of Negasonic from the comics, you're going to be very happy with this character if she comes to the game just like this. So fingers crossed for your girl, because she's looking amazing. As always though, anything you see in the beta is subject to change when the update goes live next week, Tuesday, rolling into Wednesday. So even though she's looking amazing right now, the Marvel Future Fight team could decide last minute, you know what? She's too strong. She has too many buffs. Let's nerf her a little bit. Or they could decide, you know what? She needs a little bit of extra sauce, so let's top it up a little bit more. Let's ramp up the damage a little bit more, and they could give her a massive buff. Anything could happen, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, if she comes to the game just like she is right now, I think if you're a fan, you're going to enjoy this one. Now, I know some of you guys right away, you're going to say, man, she's paywall because you can only get her from the danger room. The thing is, she's not paywall, though. You can get her from the danger room if you grind that thing from now until the end of time. However, if you save your crystals, you can have access to the character. And thing is, in my opinion, anything in the game that costs crystals is free to play friendly, because all you have to do is play the game daily and just save your crystals, and honestly just skip over certain characters, uniforms, and like content like the deluxe packages. If you care more about a character like Negasonic than you care about somebody like, I don't know, Invisible Woman. Now, obviously, it's a smarter idea to invest in a deluxe package, but ultimately, what's going to bring you more enjoyment, right? Sometimes you're going to have to make those tough decisions where you'll say, okay, I can buy 5 uniforms. That's going to help me complete a lot of World Boss Ultimate stages, help me in Shadowland, help me in Timeline. But is that going to be as fun as having a character that I literally grew up with, right? And that I absolutely love? It's a tough decision, and being free to play is very hard when we get characters so frequently, but ultimately she's free to play and it's up to you to decide. Okay, so I don't want to hear anybody telling me that she's a paywall. She's not paywall. You just have to make tough decisions and skip over uniforms. That's just how it goes. That being said, boys, let's get right to it. Negasonic, what's so great about her? What's making me so happy right now for a character that I literally did not care about until I got a chance to play with her? Well, she has really good damage. She's super fun to play. Her skills look awesome. She's very safe and easy to use. She checks all them boxes for me and then some. Boys and girls, I'm telling you, when Negasonic comes to the game, if she comes like this, you're gonna have a blast playing her. And that's not a pun, okay? Even though she's a blast character, I'm just saying you're gonna have a lot of fun playing with the character because she's just that good. You take a look at her tier 2 passive. This is one of the best tier 2 passives in the game, right? Not just that, she has a lot of buffs in her kit. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. Looking at her 2 skills, she gives herself 30% crit rate for 8 seconds on an 8-second cooldown. With max skill cooldown, you can keep this up all the time, because that's basically now a 4-second cooldown on a skill that lasts for 8 seconds. This is gonna always be up unless you get debuff. But that's not all, bro. Look at her 4-star passive. This is definitely easily top, I would say top 10 in terms of the best 4-star passives in the game. 30% critical damage, 30% critical rate. With this and this, it effectively makes it so that you don't have to give the character any additional crit rate Uru or any obelisk that has crit rate on it. Which means even though you may be a super fan, right? You don't have to give her a CTP of Rage to max out her crit rate. Now, if you're a super fan, you're probably going to do that because that's probably where her damage is going to see like the absolute brink. But nonetheless, it's really awesome to see just how many crit rate and crit damage buffs she has in her kits because it synergizes very well with her tier 2 passive. But that's not where it ends for her, boys. She has accumulation right here, which is pretty freaking awesome because that's going to ramp up her damage a crazy amount. And then take a look at her freaking 5th skill. This is insane, guys. This is absolutely mental. The defense down being here is very good, obviously, right? But look at the crit rate buff of all things, bro. How much crit rate does she need? Bro, they gave her 30% here, 30% here, and then 65% here. That's mental. Your crit rate is always going to be maxed out with a character like this, basically making it so that you never have to give her any crit rate Urus. Basically, if you need ignore defense, you can give her that. If you need crit damage, which you're probably not going to need much of, you can give her that. But for the most part, you're just going to give her attack Urus and HP Urus just to bump up her survivability, which is already pretty good because she has, you see right here, damage reduction. And she has a heal. This heal is very good. Like right now, this is healing me for like 7K every single time. That's basically 7,000 of my HP that I'm recovering every 8 seconds with max skill cooldown. She's absolutely amazing, and I'm going to show that to you guys. Now, in terms of a skill rotation, I'm still playing with her, figuring it out a little bit, but what I generally do is open with the 3rd for that damage accumulation, then I'll go into the 5th skill, try to land the damage proc here. After that, you can either do 2 just to get that extra crit rate buff, which you probably won't need, right? Because if your cards are any type of good, you're gonna have max crit rate just from the 5th skill. So it's up to what you need. If you need the movement, you can try using the 2 skill followed by the 4 skill. But most people are probably gonna go something like 3, 5 for the proc, 4, then 2. You can leave the 1 out, and the reason why I'm saying you can leave it out is because of the fact that even though it has an iframe which you can use for additional safety, this thing is her skill cooldown time natively here is a little bit higher than most damage proc, obelisks, or CTPs. It's going to be an 8-second cooldown, and because of that, when you get through your first rotation, which is 3, 5, 4, 2, the 1 is going to be open, and you may be tempted to use it, but if you use it, it's going to steal the damage proc that you could have landed on the next rotation. So for me, I'll generally go 3, 5, 4, 2, or 2, 4, depending on whether or not I need a little bit of movement just to finesse the boss a little bit, right? Then I'll skip the 1 and just run around the map a little bit and then just repeat that, rinse and repeat for the whole fight. She's super fun. And honestly, I think she's more deserving of that paywall status than Slapstick for most people just because she has so much in her kit. For me, I think she's good where she is because she's going to have a bigger fan base than Slapstick, and just being more free to play friendly will definitely appeal to a lot of mutant fans in the game. So kudos to Netmarble for giving you guys a win here if you're a fan of Negasonic. Now, I have a CTP of energy on her. I don't think you need this because she has a lot of crit damage in her kit, and if you don't have a CTP, you can easily just give her some crit damage right here, a regular obelisk, and she's gonna put in work for you. I'm probably gonna test her out with a regular obelisk when I get her on my account just to see how high we can push with her. Then I'll probably try her with energy and maybe rage if that's what you guys want to see. But overall, man, the character is fantastic and you guys are gonna love her if you are a fan. That's it, plain and simple. So what we're gonna do here, take her in against Corvus. We're going to showcase just her base DPS on a stage where she's taking a 50% damage reduction. Keep that in mind because she's a blast type. Plus, this fool right here has 20% energy defense. So she's taking a massive damage reduction here. But nonetheless, I want to show you guys how she performs. And we're also going to take her in against Call Obsidian because she actually puts in work there. I just want to put her on a stage where her defense down will work fully. And then we'll put her on a stage where defense down doesn't work fully. So y'all can see what it is, man. Negasonic putting in that work. That work. All right, let's do this thing. Let's show these guys that I'm not just hyping you for no reason. Because I know I'm going to have a couple of those guys in the comment section telling me I'm just hyping her because she's paywall. But I'm definitely not, and she's definitely not a paywall. Like, saying a character that costs crystal is paywall is like saying uniforms are paywall. It's literally the same thing. They literally cost crystals, right? Makes no sense, bro. When I see people saying, yo, crystals like crystal-like characters are paywall, it's just mental. It's absolutely mental. Why is the range so big, man? Okay. She's basically a mini Juggernaut. I love that charge. It looks so cool. Okay. Come hit me. Jeez. Just gotta watch out for the blade twisters. Make sure you don't get clipped by it. I'm gonna move away here. Lost the proc on the residual damage from the fort there. Okay. Nice. I'm telling you guys, she's beastly. Girl is beastly. I love when that Marvel just surprises me with characters that I don't care about. What's the heal, guys? What's the heal? Multiple ticks. He actually canceled out the 5th skill there because he iframed. But something is going on with her heal. Even though it says 15% for 1 second, it actually heals her multiple times in that 1 second. You guys remember a while back when Human Torch was released? He was healing for a lot of HP from his 5th skill. The same thing is happening with hers. So it's probably not intentional, and they're probably gonna fix that at some point. Okay, let me blast this guy. I knew he was gonna do that, but I wanted to get off some additional damage. Okay. Come on. To the beat, don't stop. Hold this. Okay, wanna get off. One more 5th. No, I should have definitely. It's okay. She has the invincibility up. She also has a guard for 8 hits on the 3rd. But a guard is nothing for War Boss, so I'm not going to hype that for nothing. Woo! Baby girl is out here beasting. She's going to take... Woo! I was trying to avoid that. So I was going to say she's going to take some damage, but I ended up taking damage when I could have easily evaded that. It's okay, though. You want to definitely cancel the 3rd as soon as you see that dome, because if you don't, come on, he's gonna do that. We're gonna get killed. Woo, almost got killed. Scrub lured at the wheel. I probably should have tagged from the get-go, but I thought I could have gotten out of the radius of the trap. I didn't, as you saw. But let's see if we can heal back up to full health. So that's not bad. That was a very big heal, right? It's like 7k a tick, which I don't want to hype that to like boost her value or nothing like that, because I think it's unintentional. Let's try again and see how much we can heal for. Yeah, she's healing for a lot, bro. It's a lot more than 15%. It's probably like 30% of her HP that she's healing for. Gonna have to like rewatch this and figure out just how much she's actually healing for, but it's a whole lot. And she's super tanky for a blast type. Can we tank? Woo! Okay, you cannot tank that. Don't try this at home, kids. I was trying to see if we could charge through that like a Juggernaut, you know, because she feels like a mini Juggernaut, man. She's very, very powerful. I shouldn't have died there, but that was me being super reckless. Let's actually go against Skull and also be super reckless with her. Gonna use a better team here. Gonna use Fury and Coulson. And this is pretty high up, right? 37 with my raid level being what it is on this account. Should be interesting. I'm only gonna do a couple minutes of this fight. Don't want to keep you guys here. Just want to give y'all a small sample size. Expect a lot of gameplay in War Boss for her. Not even gonna use the buff. We're just gonna go 3. Whoo! Hello. Go, hold this. What's the modifiers? I didn't even check. Stupid blade twister. Okay, no defense down that round because nice. The poison is actually a good modifier for her just because her heal is so good. So you could just, why is the you could use the poison to increase your damage. Actually, I think her accumulation is based on damage dealt. Scratch that. Need to double check. Okay. Ooh, didn't cancel fast enough. Still got decent damage though. I'm telling you, she's fun to play. Very, very safe. If you're a fan, you're gonna love her. But still, these modifiers, the range on them though. The range on them though. That was a bad proc. Very bad proc. At least we landed the 3rd. Sorry, not the 3rd, the 4th. The 4th does good damage, but the 5th does the most damage. Yo, she just healed all the way up to, all the way. Actually, Scratch the, you know what? Scratch that, bro. You playing too many games. Playing too many games, bro. Yo, she just tanked that whole thing. Okay, let's finesse us our way out of that. It's probably better to go with, hold up, the 4 right after the 5, just because you can apply the additional defense down, and also you don't have to worry so much about losing the proc on the residual hits from the 4th skill. That's something to keep in mind. But for me, the reason why I'm following up with the 2 is just to move around the boss, because, you know, sometimes these guys, bro, these guys be playing games, and I just want to confuse them, you know? Okay. Can you spin? I wanted you to spin so I could accumulate some damage, you clown, bro. She's doing really good here. I don't know about you guys. There's a lot of blast characters in the game that, honestly, even with my raid level being maxed out, can't even do 40. She's definitely going to be one that can do 40 and beyond. I see her doing like, oh, now you want to spin. You know, I'm going to run through that. Ah, too far away. The good thing is you don't have to be super close to activate the 3rd. So that's not bad. That's not a bad idea. Like, so you can use it super far away. And the reason why that's really good is because the hits from the barrier that you put up around yourself from the 3rd, that can trigger your proc. So if you use it far away, then you do no damage with it to the boss, then you don't lose your damage proc, or at least you don't run the risk of losing your damage proc. All right. But if you want more damage, let's do it super close. But again, you're putting yourself in a situation where you might lose your damage proc. Okay. Anyways, she's super fun, very, very safe. You can play her casually, and she's gonna do good damage. All right. Okay, you know what? Let's follow up with the 4th then, since I like characters like her that don't just rely on one skill to do all the damage, because sometimes even if you plan it out perfectly, your damage proc will just decide, you know what, I'm not going to activate at the start, middle, or even at the end of your most powerful skill. But with her, at least if that happens with your 5th skill, you can then say, you know what, let's follow up with the 4th, and that's going to give me some sauce. So boys, just wanted to give y'all a first look at Negasonic Teenage Whoa ahead, you dig? Baby girl looking like a beast. And the beautiful thing is, even if you're free to play, you're gonna have to make some tough decisions, but over time, you will have access to the character. That's good. That's way better than putting her in the XG subscription and making it so that if you're free to play, you literally have to spend money to access the character. So, boys and girls, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know who else you guys want to see. Till next time, stay safe. I love y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.